Okay, now kayaking, I don't know if you guys obviously don't know anything about it. I just learned yesterday from reading in the paper that they come up with some of the dumbest names I've ever heard for their tricks. You know how when a skateboarder does a kickflip, we just watch what the board does? We don't watch what the skater does, so it's all called a kickflip? Well, since these guys are locked into their kayaks, when they do any little variation, they have to give it a totally different name, even if it's part of their body. What they don't steal from skateboarding, they make up based on something that can't figure out.
I did hear a guy do a kickflip, but I didn't see it.
How do you kickflip a kayak? Who comes up with these, really? Like, it's like a contest, like, ooh, I can be cooler than you, bro. It's like asking which ice cream is more vanilla. Did you know they also ollie and grind? I don't know how, but that's...
You're kidding me.
We're interviewing Doug today. Doug, how did you hurt your ankle? Kayaking? Have you kayaked before?
I have.
What's your best trick?
None.
Can you kickflip?
No.
Are you an athlete or just a spectator?
I'm drinking this afternoon.
You fell off a scooter.
What did Stump say?
That guy cut his own arm off with a Swiss Army knife when he was trapped under a boulder. You might have read about him in Outside Magazine. You fell off a scooter. Okay, why don't you tone it down a notch when you're trying to big league people? Alan, you told me you're a kayaker.
A little bit.
A little bit. How would you say your knowledge of kayak tricks is?
Very, very poor.
Do you know anything about Japanese hardcore music?
Not really.
You have a Japanese friend, right?
I do. I have two.
That gives you a clear advantage over most. How much do you know about Japanese hardcore music?
A little bit.
A little bit. I know that you're a fan of Melt Banana. Name of this game? Kayak Trick or Japanese hardcore band? Who's ready to play? I'm going to give you a name. You tell me. Kayak Trick, Japanese hardcore band. If I win, I'll take some of those Lara bars out of your hands. If you win, you have to keep them. And we're plugging Lara bar here. They're all natural. They're vegan safe. They're gluten free. They're like the most PC bar ever.
All natural, no added sugar, wheat free, soy free, dairy free, gluten free.
Who's ready to play the game? Get 5 right, you win a beer.
I like beer.
This could be your beer.
Kayaks and hose and stuff for beers, right?
Are you sure he's qualified to play? Happy End.
I don't know. That's yours, I think. Japanese.
Correct. Fuck on the beach.
Kayak.
Wrong. Runt Star.
Japanese hardcore band.
Correct. Bomb Factory.
Japanese hardcore.
That is correct. Spank the Age.
Japanese hardcore band.
Correct. Seal Entry.
Seal entry? That's a kayak trick.
That's good. You're doing very well. You're doing much better than most. Tangy Burp.
Japanese hardcore band.
Correct. I found that if it's cooler, just go with hardcore band. You're probably right. Space Godzilla.
Japanese hardcore band.
Wrong. That one was in the paper yesterday, dude. That was the inspiration for this game. Roly Poly Rag Bear.
That's most definitely a kayak trick.
Wrong. That is indeed a Japanese hardcore band. Hockey Hawk.
Be a kayak trick.
That, I'm sorry, is also a Japanese hardcore band. Voodoo Hawaiian.
Japanese rock band.
Correct. Can you ollie?
I can't ollie.
My personal favorite, The Autopsy Report of Drowning Shrimp.
Kayak trick.
Wrong! That is a Japanese hardcore band. Roly Poly Rag Bear.
That is another Japanese hardcore band.
I have to give this guy a beer and he's in the water. Super Blunt.
Band.
Wrong. That is a kayak trick. I think he might have more kayak knowledge than we know. Roly Poly Rag Bear. Wrong! You're eliminated. Snuff Roll.
That's a kayak trick.
That is your eliminator. That was also a Japanese hardcore band. Snuff Roll.
The Phoenix Monkey is a Japanese hardcore band.
That is wrong. That one was also in the paper. You're eliminated. It's not a question about Melt Banana. They're not a kayak trick. Zero to Hero.
Japanese hardcore band.
I'm sorry, that's also a kayak trick. Thanks for playing. Choke Sleeper.
Going kayak trick.
That's also a band. Pretty tough game.
It is a tough game.
A pretty tough game. Thanks for playing.
Thank you, sir.
Snuff Roll.
Kayak.
Wrong. You've been eliminated. Magic trick.
Band.
Band.
Wrong. The Larabar girls have been eliminated. Snuff roll.
Kayak trick.
Japanese hardcore band. I'm sorry, you've been eliminated, Doug. Thanks for playing. I've actually got some Larabars for you. Thanks for playing, guys. Kick my dog, why don't you? Larabar is officially a sore loser. This is a real game. You're going to see it on TV. We're all going to be stars. Not you, because you didn't win, but we're going to be stars. Roly-poly rag bear.
Japanese rock band.
Correct. Give him the dog. Thanks for playing. You did better than most. I'll tell you what. If you can answer this question correctly, this is all for the marbles. You still get a beer. I owe you one. Blue rodeo.
Ooh. I'm going to go with kayak trick.
That's a trick question. It's a Canadian hardcore band. Can we give him a beer anyway? The last question. What's the toughest one we got? Snuff roll.
Another Japanese. Hardcore.
I think we've been duped by a ringer.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
What was your name?
I'm Barry.
Barry, nice
Nice to meet you too. No more kayakers play the game. It's been a wild time at these hippie games. The hula hoop, the kayak names. Thanks for playing Kayak Trick or Japanese Hardcore Band. We'll see you next year at the Teva Mountain Games.